On DC Music Rocks, we're shining a spotlight on the great songs, artists, and incredible people behind the DC region's local music scene. Dupont Brass is a unique, soulful brass ensemble hailing from the DC metropolitan area. The group began with 5 music majors from Howard University trying to raise money for tuition during the Christmas season. They now have grown to an 8-piece ensemble consisting of brass, a rhythm section, and vocalists. They're gaining popularity from playing at local metro stations. Dupont Brass started out professionally playing for weddings, banquets, and other private events in the surrounding area. And through their training in both classical and contemporary styles, the young group has developed a sound that mixes varied genres of music, including jazz, hip-hop, and R&B. And their latest release, entitled Eclectic Soul, which you just heard ILM, that's off that, is a testament to that sound. And overall, the mission of Dupont Brass is to uplift the spirits of people with their music, not just in the DMV, but all over the world. So I've been a fan for these guys for a while. I've been following them since way before this latest EP came out, and I've been such a fan. So from my fanboy moment, it's just, thanks for being here, guys. This is really cool.
Thanks for having us, man.
Ah, this is awesome. Now, all right, so describe, first and foremost, you gotta, since they're listening to you now, introduce yourselves and your role in the band.
Well, I'm Brent Gossett. I'm the tuba player and then the behind-the-scenes man. So you'll see me playing on stage, and then you won't see me again because I'll be running around.
And you'll be the busy guy. I love it. All right, Brent, thanks for being here.
I like to call Brent Yonsei, though, because even though he says he'll see him and then 1 minute he won't, people will love Brent. People will flock to him. I mean, for good reason, man. He's a great tuba player. So yeah, my name's Anthony. I'm the music director for the band, so I pretty much write all the music, or like 90% of it. I choose what we play, and like even other people's songs, I kind of like executive produce it, kind of like tweak it here and there.
Got it. Because I was going to say, you guys, if they haven't heard you, you play covers and stuff too, other songs that people know. Yeah, it's like your own twist on them, which is also really cool.
Yeah, it's got the magic touch.
That's it. And do you play during the shows too, or you?
Yeah,
really...
I play trumpet during the show, and I'm also kind of a field general for like us playing and stuff. So,
gotcha. The field general and trumpet player and producer, and I love it. Wow, that's really cool. Now, and the story behind your name. Tell me the story. Why is it called Dupont Brass?
So we were, as most college students are, we were super broke, had no money, and we wanted some. So, okay. They were playing without me. It was just 4 of them. They were going to Georgetown and playing. They weren't making very much money. I was in one of my classes. I'll never forget this girl. Her name was Jill. She was like, hey, I see a lot of brass people playing outside in DuPont Circle. Maybe you might want to go there. And I was like, maybe. So we arranged some Christmas tunes. Brent bought this Canadian brass Christmas book. And I was just like kind of, writing covers of other Christmas songs. And I was like, hey, guys, let's just go to DuPont instead. So went to DuPont, set up in between that Krispy Kreme and Panera Bread, and just, took our best shot at it.
That's awesome. And that first one went so well that you decided not only is the band going to stick, but we're going to call ourselves Dupont Brass. It was that good?
No, well, we didn't have a name. Like one of our our trombone player was like, hey, yeah, we're the Christmas time band, y'all. But we just, I remember one of my friends who was in marching band with us, he was like, hey, bro, are you going out with the DuPont crew today? I was like, DuPont crew, that sounds kind of cool. So I was like, I know I wanted DuPont to be. And I was like, what about DuPont Brass? So now I just, text everyone. I was like, how do y'all feel about that? They were like, that's cool. And just kind of just stuck.
Nice. There it is. DuPont Brass. Came across it. And because you've been playing at DuPont. That's cool. I like that. And the DC region connections, are you guys like actually born and raised here? Or what's the story?
Well, I'm actually from Chicago, and I came out here to go to Howard University, and that's where I met all these guys.
Nice. All right. and what about you, Anthony?
I'm actually from outside of Southeast DC, so from a place called Oxon Hill, Maryland. It's close to the National Harbor now, if you know about the National Harbor.
Sure.
A couple other guys, our guitar players from Southeast. Our main soloist and trumpet player is from Forestville area. So
Okay.
we have a lot of people from the area, and if you listen to our music, we kind of have a little bit of a like go-go thing, kind of like bubbling on the surface. Not like an intention of ours, but just kind of something that naturally happens.
Sure,
Yeah.
absolutely. And if they haven't seen you live, then describe. So the pieces to the band. What are they gonna see? Like if they come to, you said there's a show on June 23rd. What are they gonna see on stage for that?
Well, it's going to be 2 trumpets, 2 trombones, sousaphone / tuba, for those who don't know what sousaphone is.
Nice.
And then we have drum set, keys, guitar, and a vocalist. And then one of our trumpet players also doubles as the MC. So he steps to the mic every once in a while as well.
That's amazing. And talk about you guys on the personal side. So you two outside of Dupont Brass, what do you do? What do you do outside of Dupont Brass?
I'm a huge fan of just like other people's music. I know that sounds so cliche, but I literally just watch YouTube interviews or like of my favorite rappers, or I'm always following my favorite rap beef or something like that. And then if I'm not watching like hip hop news, then I'm watching basketball. Like I'm a huge basketball fan. I do the same thing with that. I know all the latest stuff that's going on with LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard and Kyrie Irving. I'm just kind of a basketball and music nerd for real.
Nice. And do you play them too, or you just watch them? Like play basketball too?
Yeah, I mean, I play basketball, as well as anybody else in any pickup game. But I'm not like, guys in NBA. I would never say that.
Well, but I guess I'm wondering. So do you spend time playing, or are you mostly watching?
Mostly watching.
Okay.
Sometimes playing.
Got it. All right. So basketball and music. I love it. All right, Brad. Talk to us, man.
So outside of DuPont Brass, I also teach part-time. I teach
Nice.
part-time at Duke Elementary School of Arts.
What do you teach?
I teach tuba and euphonium and sight singing and ear training.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then I just started working at the Kennedy Center last
Oh,
week.
congratulations,
Appreciate
man.
it,
That's
man.
a cool gig. All right.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody who's teaching music and all this stuff. Like, boy, you get to see it
Yeah,
on a massive
yeah.
level,
It's
which
cool.
is awesome.
Being behind the scenes on a macro level is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, I love everything tuba. I like listening to a lot of like new music.
Okay.
My favorite genres are probably like funk, soul, like progressive metal, and like big band jazz.
I got you.
So I'm always
Yeah.
like searching that circuit for like new stuff. And then video games for video
Yeah?
games, TV shows.
What are we talking about? What system?
Like
What games?
Halo,
Xbox,
Xbox 360.
Xbox 360?
Oh, no, Xbox One.
Well,
No,
Xbox One? I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm upgraded. I'm upgraded. But yeah,
He has arrived.
When
Xbox One.
But I had a lot of time. You talking about like back in high school days? I used to play a lot of Xbox, but I mean, it collects a lot of dust now. But I still love to play.
You still love to play.
Also, I will let you guys know that Brent and myself are really good at spades.
Oh yeah, come see us.
We beat at least 5 people at every cookout that we go to.
Oh my God! And no, wait a minute. If they don't know what you mean when you say spades, what is that?
Oh, it's a card game. A lot of
Oh,
people,
we're talking about straight up card game spades.
Mhm.
Nice.
And dominoes, fives.
Oh, there it is.
Fives.
Dominoes and spades.
cookout bullies.
I love it. Oh man, that's cool. All right, check that one out. And now, my favorite question to ask that I always have to ask is, if you could offer one piece of advice, what would it be? And this is for both. Brent, start with you, man.
One piece of advice, what would it be? So I'll premise this by where a lot of people like don't see about me. I have a lot of successes that like people are able to visually see,
Okay.
or it seems like a lot of successes, but behind that image of a lot of successes is like multiple failures and like falls and steps.
Yeah.
So I would just tell most people like, excuse me, I would tell most people don't worry about like your failures. Don't like publicize your life so much. Just learn from your mistakes. Gain from your like stepping stones that you fall short of,
Sure.
and then turn everything into like a positive spin that you can like move forward off of. Everything has something to gain from it, whether you like the experience or not.
Everything has something to gain from it, whether you like it or not. I dig that. Nice, Brent. All right, your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna do a two-part thing, super quick though. So, number one, I just think just do the work, especially while you can. I mean, like when you're young, that's the time. When you're in college or high school, that's the time. You don't have anything else to do but to just work on you. And then number two, once you've done that work, just believe that you're worthy. You know what I mean? I mean, we deal with that sometimes too. Like, oh, I don't know, should we charge these people that much? Like, do you think we're worth that much? Like, you're worth that much. So just believe in yourself and believe in whatever thing you're selling. Believe that you deserve it.
I love that. Yes, believe you're worth it, and you're worth that much. Oh, so good. I love it. And now, for those folks who want to find out more about you guys and the cool things happening with Dupont Brass, where do they go?
DuPontBrass.com. And then you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at DuPont Brass.